Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review of Attack on Titan or Shingeki no Kyojin, Season 2, Episode 9. Well, this one, I heard bad things going into it, but I was determined not to let that affect my opinion of it, and I think maybe it did, but not in the way that I, nor you probably would have expected, because I went into it thinking in the back of my mind, okay, people didn't seem to like this one very much, but then I watched it and I was like, okay, this is pretty damn good actually. I enjoyed it for what it was. I think a lot of people have this misconception that battles equal good or fights equal good. Nah, that's definitely not true, because you can have some really, really crappy fight or battle episodes. I mean, usually that does tend to be true, though, that fights are generally more exciting to watch than them talking for 30 minutes. But I thought that the character development and everything handled here was pretty well done. I didn't get... Last week, I was pretty bored through most of the episode, and I think I gave it a bad review because of it. But this, I didn't get bored at all. I was continually just drawn in and paying attention to everything they were saying. So, having not been bored and been drawn into all that they were saying, I can't really say that it was boring, at least not to me. And even then, the character development and the stuff that they were saying and thinking wasn't even terribly deep for anyone except for maybe Reiner, but still, I enjoyed it a lot. But I'll talk about it part by part. First off, we see Hanji wants a horse to go investigate Connie's village. Of course, I'm presuming we'll see that eventually. The abnormals were at the bottom of the trees with Eren and Reiner in them. I still don't get abnormals, because they don't seem to be people that transform into Titans, but they're also smarter than normal Titans. I really don't quite understand abnormals. And of course, if there's an answer to that from the manga, I'll catch up and read it eventually. No spoilers, please. Not that I really care all that much, but I don't want other people who do care getting spoiled in my comment section, so please no spoilers. But yeah, I still don't get abnormals. Ymir is actually the best during this conversation for me. I really, really enjoyed Ymir here. And I think, if anything, this episode was good at getting her over, getting me to like Ymir more. But Ymir says that she doesn't know about the powers specifically or how they work in detail or anything. And it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, I think I kind of believe her with that maybe she gets a little bit, but she obviously doesn't know what Bertold and Reiner know about their homeland or any of this business. So it's clear that Ymir doesn't really know about how they work. Well, not in detail. Reiner wants them to go to his homeland, and just the whole talk of homeland and the way they were sent on a mission to destroy the walls and to grab Eren and all that, and since they grabbed Eren, they don't need to destroy it. It makes me think, what kind of homeland is it? Because it seems like it wouldn't just be like one small village or small collection. It seems like it would be like almost an entire like city or kingdom of Titans or somewhere else out there to be able to put together that kind of thing. And it'd be so weird and interesting if, say, there's this whole other civilization of humans. Well, maybe humans that transform into Titans, whatever Reiner and Bertolt are. Maybe there's a whole civilization of them somewhere out there. And it'd just be so interesting if they've learned to just live and deal with living around the Titans and all, again, somehow. Because it's obvious that Reiner and Bertolt still are in danger from Titans. And they were as kids, we saw from the flashback. So it's kind of hard to judge, but it'd be interesting if there's like this whole other civilization outside the walls, that the civilization inside the walls that we still haven't learned completely in detail about, doesn't even know about. That would be a bit overly complex, but it'd be interesting to think about since he keeps saying his homeland and all that. But yeah, either way, they have to wait until night, so whether they're going to fight with each other, whether one group or the other wants to run away, whether they're going to take them back to their homeland, they have to wait till night either way, because they can't travel during the day with the Titans while they're injured and all that, and tired. So, again, I thought that was interesting, and it, again, for the people saying, why would they just sit there and talk and stuff, that would make it make sense. They have to sit there and talk. There's nothing either group can do. Eren and them can't run away. Reiner and them can't take them where they're going. There's nothing they can do until nighttime, so they're just sort of stuck there for the day. then I like the portrayal through at least the first half of this episode. A little less in the second half, mostly because we got a bit less of it in the second half. But the way they were portraying Aaron's thoughts, I thought was pretty good. The scouts are on the way, we see. Then Reiner starts losing it. He has to be reminded by Bertolt that he's a warrior, not a soldier, and all that. And we learned that Reiner's kind of messed up in the head. He's kind of gotten to this place where he sort of believes that he originally broke down the wall and then saw that shit going down, then became a soldier and saw more shit, to the point where he actually started deluding himself into thinking he was actually a soldier. And then this whole everything coming back to him and reminding them that, yeah, he is the Titan that tore down the wall has really been destroying his psyche. So I think that's really interesting to see that this is what war with Titans has done to Reiner's mind. Then towards the end, Ymir asks about the Beast Titan, and that's pretty much where we ended off. I mean, she asks about the Beast Titan, no real answer. They talk about more, and then Aaron's like, it's almost sundown, episode ends, so we're waiting for a bit more. I actually thought they had some great, tense character conversations here, developing them. I don't think it was the best, but it wasn't boring either. My only problem isn't even with this episode, it's with the show as a whole, the season as a whole right now. And my issue is, at this pace, what can they even do in 3 more episodes? Especially since next episode it doesn't seem like they're going to settle this. So what is it going to be like? They get Eren back, and then that's where we end the season? If so, I'm pretty certain... It's been so many years I can't remember. But like I said, as soon as the first season of the anime ended, I read the manga up to where it was at that point, and then I stopped reading. I didn't read month to month after that. And I'm pretty sure I kind of vaguely remember everything we've been seeing so far this season. So if all of this was out when the first season was out, why'd we wait 3 years to do just 12 episodes on this? It seems like kind of a waste. Especially given that hopefully we're not, because they're only doing 12 episodes, hopefully we're not going to have to wait 3 more years for 12 more, but it just seems like either really poor planning, really poor pacing. It's like they did all these crappy little spin-offs and gimmicks and stuff to try to capitalize on the huge success of the first season, but giving us an actual second season, I think maybe they took too long making it. I think that's kind of the issue I'm having at this point. I'm kind of like, this is good and all, but is it 3 years of waiting good? I don't know. Especially 3 years of waiting good when I feel like the manga was already up to this point by the time the first season ended. But yeah, either way, that's my thoughts. They're semi-positive, semi-positive, semi-negative. But for the episode, I did like it. I was sucked in, enjoyed the conversation, but at the end of the day, it was just a single conversation. So I'm giving it a good score, 7.5. 7.5 regenerating limbs out of 10. So yeah, that would be it this week. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like if you liked it. Comment down there, tell me what you thought of this week's episode and my thoughts on it all, stuff I talked about here and more. Subscribe if you want for more Attack on Titan, Shingeki no Kyojin. Follow on Twitter if you want to try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel. That is it. So thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.